baby. Mock Mondays. Mock Mondays. Got the live screen going on. Going to be doing a live mock draft like we do every Monday until the season begins. Hello, I'm IDP Iggy. If you're just joining for the first time, go check out the website, Iggy'sFantasyAndBetting.com. Going to have articles for you, all sorts of good stuff. Got the Charity League info up there as well. If you're interested in just checking out that, you can also donate as well. I'm going to have my rankings. Got the draft kit for sale, $10. One of the best, easy to read, not overloading you with information. Ranking players, start quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kickers, defense, special teams, defensive linemen, linebackers, defensive backs, stats for the past 3 years on all IDP players, plus my very important cheat sheet breaking down great information, coordinators, head coaches, philosophy, studs, position groups, what are their, do they check off here in comparison to the others? No, yes. A lot of great information, easy to read, easy to put together. It's busiest draft weekend out there. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, as they say. And, just be prepared. Be prepared. Preparation is what makes you excel in any aspect that's a sport or a fantasy sport. There are very few people out there that can go out and perform well in a task without any preparation. I'm not bragging. I graduated cum laude, honors, all that stuff. I didn't have to put that much work into my schoolwork in comparison to others, but I did have to prepare like a son of a gun about 36 hours out from any paper I had to write, any major exam. And that preparation was enough for me. Fantasy football, I care a lot more about it. And you're going to find people else that care a lot about fantasy as well, that they're going to be prepared. They've probably, people like me, done literally thousands and thousands of mock drafts to prepare myself for this situation. I've hundreds of best ball leagues set up right now as it is. All right. All this is preparation because we really know if you're, if let's say you're a first time player, cool. You're going to want to win. If you're a 20-year player, the League of Records, what really matters to most people. We're winning money, no doubt about it, but the League of Records is a very special thing, and that's what I'm trying to help you win. Get those bragging rights with the homies, get to bragging rights with other people in your league, and dominate it. Let's go win some money. Let's put that trophy up there, baby. It's all about those trophies. Sorry, I don't got the bay. Made it to the championship in my League of Record, but I did not win it yet again. She's unescapable. She's my maiden out there just waiting for me, my Eleanor, if you will, gone in 60 seconds. Before we get down to the mock, just let you know it is a 12-team standard mock. Quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, flex, 6 bench, defense kicker, 6 bench. And the reason, I think there's just defense because I don't think a lot of, at least DK and stuff, they don't have kickers. So I may not put that on there. But we are going to be going through this. Keep in mind, it's always about the points of your league. That's why I like doing everything on DraftKings, on my Draft Wizard at fantasypros.com, where it's an expert ranking as well. You can go to the website, click on the link, get a discount, start mocking, because you can plug the specifics of your league. I've got about 4 leagues plugged in there that I just go in and just would mock and 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 mock. So there's not really too many scenarios that come your way that you won't be prepared for. That's the beauty of practice. It allows you to practice a scenario, so when it comes up, you don't have to be panic or I don't know what to do, or what do we do, or what did you decide? I decide I don't want to be in charge now. That's usually how it goes in a panic moment. Very few leaders will step up in a role in a panic moment. And this comes from decades of lifeguarding. You practice CPR, you practice all the movements, not because it's fun, not because you hope you have to use it. It's one of those things, it's not a problem until it's a problem, but when it becomes a problem, it needs to be automatic. You don't need to be thinking, okay, yeah, set him down, tilt his head back, listen for his other way, 2 breaths, let's get to pumping. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it. I've only had to do it once, but I did have to do it once, right? So the preparation is what matters for us. We need to absolutely be prepared for our mocks. You're not going to do well if you're not prepared. We're chasing. My main man Vince over here, let me give you a little camera tilt. Whoop. We're chasing perfection and in the hopes of catching excellence. That's what we're doing, all right? Always be prepared for that. That's where we're kind of at with it. That's always our goal. Got Troy Boy back there. See a little bit of the collection for you. But that's what we're doing, all right? So let's get started. We got the 11th position in this mock draft. Let's go ahead and see who's already all gone. We'll take a look at that real quick, and then I'll read it to you. Looks like we've gotten Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook. Okay, here's that order. Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Devontae Adams, Ezekiel Elliott, Stephon Diggs, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Nick Collins, Aaron Jones went right before me. So I think I'm going to just have to grab Tyreek Hill still available. That's who they want me to grab. I think I'm going to grab Jonathan Taylor. I believe in this guy a lot more than others. The 11th pick, you get that turn. I like being on the turn. I like being on the back of the draft. We can still snag somebody really good. Travis Kelce, let's see who they went with. Tyreek Hill pretty much went off the board. Joe Mixon went off the board. It's really difficult right here. Like I said, when you come to Fantasy Pros, they have the suggestions. They have your draft board. I like to look at the cheat sheet, which is all their cheat sheet, which I have a cheat sheet as well, but their cheat sheet just shows the players that have been drafted at each position all the way down, right? And on this one, we have the kicker and the defense as well, so we're good to go. Travis Kelce's still available after the turn. I think I got to get him. Just go ahead and lock up the best position. And most of the time I would go running back. I like to go running back. We got Eckler, Gibson, Najee Harris, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, J.K. Dobbins. That's where we're at. There's already been 10 running backs off the board in the first round, which is usually how it goes. Chris Carson, David Montgomery. We will be looking at some, there's not going to be that great at running backs when we come back around. We will definitely take one. I can't pass up Travis Kelce in the PPR league, half-point PPR league. With the 14th overall pick in the second round. I'll definitely roll with him as my second round guy. Oh, got a big flex. That's what they do in the Fantasy Pro. So if you kind of do what the experts did or kind of went along with what they were doing, they give you a good grade. If you kind of feel like you reach for somebody, which, hey, don't feel bad about reaching for somebody. That's your person, and in your league format. If you have confidence, there's something within you, within your great collective energy of mind and your awesome gut, all the bacteria in your gut, something's telling you, hey, go get that person. I would not deny that. All right, this is what I like about the cheat sheet too. After about my first 2 picks, I come back and I just take off all the players that have been drafted. That's easy. Take them off. So now I can just focus on players that are still available. We got Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, Mike Evans still there if we wanted to go quarterback. I think I'm going to go mandatory Montgomery, though. Why not, right? What was his last year 2020 stats? 247 attempts, 1,000 yards, and 10 touchdowns. You kidding me? I'll roll with that as my RB2 any day of the week, twice on Sundays. Let's see what's second. Sorry about that. I had to set something up real quick. Coming back around. DeAndre Swift, Darrell Henderson, Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett. Hard for me not to want to take Tyler Lockett right here. You could take a quarterback. It is worth it, I think, to have some good quarterbacks. You do have to start 3 wide receivers. I think it's hard to pass up Mike Evans. He gets so many touchdowns, my friends. We're still looking at Swift, Henderson, Sanders, Mike Davis, Kareem Hunt, Travis Etienne, Myles Gaskin. We got Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott. This is a 4 per touchdown. I strongly suggest never doing that. A touchdown is a touchdown, doggone it. There's enough quarterbacks for every team to have a good quarterback and get them those good weeks. I don't care who they are, what the format is. That's just the simple truth. Deontay Johnson, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans. So hard. I think I got to go Mike Evans. I got to take him here. Shore up the wide receiver room. Get the guy that gets a lot of touchdowns. Get the guy that gets, 1,000 yards every year of his career. 4 pick insights available. Brandon Cooks, DJ Chark. They want me to take some of these people. Jamar Chase still there. He's gotten by pretty late. I was able to snag him in about 1 best ball. I'm not as hyped on him as everybody else. All right, so if you not on the live feed, we got a little smoke break right there for you. I love you guys smoking with you, you know what I'm saying? Got the mock draft happening right now, though. We're the 11th pick. Excuse me. Kareem Hunt, Javonte Williams. Ooh, Javonte Williams is up there. Chase Edmonds is up there. Jamar Chase, Juju Smith, Cortland Sutton. We still got Kyler Murray there, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. You know what? Let's go ahead and get our quarterback. I know there's only 2 picks between here and there. I'm rolling with Kyler Murray. Great schedule. Lions week 15. Gotta love that. Gotta love it. Let's see who he takes in his 2 picks right after me. Ooh, Mark Andrews off the board. Juju Smith-Schuster off the board. So we still have Jamar Chase, Cortland Sutton, Robbie Anderson, Jerry Jeudy. But with only 2 running backs and us coming in the 6th round, I like to have about 3 running backs in at least the 6 rounds. It's just who I am. That's where I'm at with it. Kareem Hunt's available. Javonte Williams, if you think he's going to be a stud. I think Chase Edmonds has little to worry about. I've been pretty high on him, especially in PPR formats, okay? He had 53 receptions last year and 5 touchdowns. You know, that's insane. He had he only had 448 on the ground, but 402 in the air as well. Switch teams, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Second year in this system. I'm not really worried about James Conner's touches or how he's going to affect his role. I think Chase Edmonds is the guy here. They let go of Drake for a reason. You get a really awesome bye week with only 2 teams on that bye week. So I'm taking Chase Edmonds. I like to have running backs. Call me crazy, but that's just who I am. It's hard not to appreciate running backs for that sense. So we doubled down right there. Went 2 Arizona players. So right now we have Kyler Murray, Travis Kelce, and Chase Edmonds all on the same bye week, week 12. So we probably need to be a little lenient, watch out for some Arizona players, watch out for some KC players, because they're the only 2 teams on that bye week. Pro tip, if you focus on it, focus on it. If you don't focus on it, it's not the end of the world. There's still multiple ways to make sure that you have a great team, if you don't employ that strategy. We got Brandon Cooks, Devontae Smith, Antonio Brown, Kenyon Drake, James Robinson, Melvin Gordon, Michael Carter, Robert Tonyan, Justin Tucker, all the defenses, all the kickers still there. I think we got to go kicker or wide receiver here. I'm going to go Devontae Smith. It's hard not to want to go to quarterback here because I'm so used to super flex leagues. But there's not a super flex. It's a 12-team standard league. You need a good quarterback, but you don't necessarily have to have the 2 best quarterbacks when you're playing in a non-best ball format. You just need that one quarterback, and you need somebody to supplement him on a week. Because if you reach early on a quarterback, which is not early, but if you take a quarterback with one of your first 4 picks, they should be a pretty damn good quarterback in a non-superflex league, insinuating that your other quarterback probably shouldn't have many games where they get a lot of points ahead of that person. All right, James Robinson, Melvin Gordon III, Michael Cardinal, Ronald Jones, James Conner, Zach Moss, Leonard Fournette, David Johnson. Still some running backs I really like up there. So we're going to kind of go back. We got Cooks, Brown, Landry, LaVisca, Mike Williams, Michael Gallup, Corey Davis. I'm taking Landry. He's too reliable for me. He's one of Baker Mayfield's favorite targets. Had 101 targets last year with broken ribs. Still got 840 yards, 5 touchdowns. Nothing to fret about here. Welcome to the starting roster. My wide receiver 3, Jarvis Landry. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. So let's run back the roster real quick. So far, we have Kyler Murray at quarterback, Jonathan Taylor at running back, David Montgomery at running back. Taylor and Montgomery sounds like a law firm for sure. Mike Evans, our wide receiver 1, Devontae Smith, and our wide receiver 2, Jarvis Landry, our wide receiver 3. They all have bye weeks of 9, 14, 13. And we got Travis Kelce loading up the tight end position. Don't have to worry about that one for a while. Chase Edmonds also in the flex. We're back around again. We have no bench players. We have no kicker. We have no defensive teams. So all kickers, all defensive teams are still available. You should have settings set up to where your defenses get more points. But since most people do not, I'm not as worried about it. Corey Davis, Marvin Jones Jr., Michael Pittman Jr., Darnell Mooney, Mecole Hardman, T.Y. Hilton, Russell Gage, Kenyon Drake, Gus Edwards, Devin Singletary, Naheem Hines, Tony Pollard, Latavius Murray, Phillip Lindsay, J.D. McKissic. I'm going to wait. I think we're going to go ahead and grab another wide receiver. Corey Davis, starters, hard to argue with. Cole Beasley's in the next tier at the 7. You got Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis, Emmanuel Sanders, all in the same tier, pretty close to each other. Nobody really knows what to expect from them. I'm going to go with Corey Davis, wide receiver 1. There's no disputing it. It was a top 100 player. He had a decent year, 984 yards, 5 touchdowns. If he ends up being Zach Wilson's go-to guy or somebody he develops chemistry with, Corey Davis could go off, man. Like I said, they could be a lot of garbage time, a lot of soft coverage. allowing Corey Davis to kind of rack up those yards. So Corey Davis, first bench player for us. Let's see here. We still only have 3 running backs, so let's go back and address that situation. Naheem Hines, Kenyon Drake, they went 2 right there. He did not hesitate. So we got Gus Bus, Devin Singletary. There's a couple good ones on here. Let's go ahead and take our shot. Well, somebody I said that looked good in the preseason, somebody that could really make a jump this year. And they say he keeps disappointing. But this is our wide receiver 4. He had 687 yards on the ground, 269 through the air. Just lack of touchdowns is what it comes down to. But we're going to take a chance on him on the half-point PPR, and that's Devin Singletary. Might not be the best move. I know it. There's a guy I really like. Oh, he didn't make it. Oh, man. I like J.D. McKenzie. I thought he would make the turn. He is great in PPR value. I should have went after him. I hate not having him. I have him in. I don't know if there might be one of my best balls that I don't have J.D. McKenzie, and he went right before me. He went right before me on the turn. So that just shows you if you have a person that you're high on, make sure you go snag them because they may not be available. They just simply may not be available. Traquan Smith for New Orleans. Russell Gage still out there. Sterling Shepard, Jamison Davis. So still a lot of good players out there. One defense off the board. The Rams are off the board. Off the board, guys. Off the board, off the board. Let's see. We got 4 wide receivers. I just still feel good about a lot of these wide receivers late, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'm going to take Tevin Coleman. We got James White, Giovanni Bernard, Rashawn Penny. He looked all right. Tevin Coleman, he is a starter. I'm going to hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays in late game situations, get some garbage time. So now we have Devin Singletary, Tevin Coleman, Chase Edmonds, Jonathan Taylor, and Devin Montgomery as our running backs. I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty happy with that running back room. They all have different bye weeks. So if they all stay healthy, we have quite a good group of people to choose from. Going defense. Just took the Steelers. The Rams are off. This is my #1 rated defense of the year, Washington football team. I think they can keep people to low-scoring games. I think they can force a lot of turnovers. And if Ryan Fitzpatrick gets on there and really ramps up the score, they're going to have a feast of sacks. So a lot of good options, but I'm still taking Washington football team as my #1 offense. So you know what I'm saying? Got to check it out. Coming back on the round, we got 4 more picks. When you're on the turn, that means you got 2 more. So you got to choose widely. Looking at the team, we don't have a backup tight end. We don't have a backup wide receiver. Or we don't have a backup quarterback. We do not have a kicker yet. Time to take a look at this. No kickers have been taken off the board as of yet. Let's see. Mark Ingram's there. Benny Snell, Jack McKendry, Carlos Hyde. I'm just staying away from these. Let's see. Those are hard. Those are hard to like, We also had Kenneth Gainwell, who I'm high on, Marlon Mack, Malcolm Brown, Salvin Ahmad, Damian Williams. I think we have got to take Kenneth Gainwell here. I mean, you'd think I'd be good, but you can never have enough running backs. That's my theory. Justin Tucker, nobody's taking a kicker. We've already taken our defense. Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, Gerald Everett, all these guys kind of hanging out. Jared Cook, I like a lot of these tight ends. Let's go ahead and just finish out the running back room. You only have to start 2. You can start 3. And, let's just be realistic. If one of them even misses a few weeks, that's a little hard in fantasy to overcome. So just, take it with a grain of salt. Don't be scared to stack up your running back. If you have 4 starting running backs in a 12-team league, that means there's 28 for 11 other teams. So just think about that. You really put the pressure on them in a position, and you're sitting good in a position that's hard and difficult to manage at times. Traquan Smith, Sterling Shepard, Emmanuel Sanders, all available. Let's see here. Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker, Young Huko, Greg the Leg. You know what? I'm going to take Butker. Could see some good things happening again from Kansas City. Good kicker. Not ashamed to have my kicker. They're going to tell me I could have waited for him. Let's see. Yep. they're still doing it. A lot of people getting their backup quarterbacks now. Now we just have our 2 bench spots on the turn. That's what I like about taking the kicker. You get to grab a top end kicker, which is worth it on loan. And now on the turn, we get to just focus on what position do we really need to make sure we're good at. In a 12-team league, I would argue that there's always a good tight end available on the waiver wire. Always, always, always. But we may make it our last pick. Let's look at the flex position. For quarterbacks, if we want to back up Kyler Murray, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Ben Roethlisberger, Justin Fields, Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, and let's just go ahead and do it. You don't want to get caught without a quarterback. It's a bad bet. It's honestly, if you have an awful quarterback, you're not going to make it far and come to the playoffs. You're going to be playing good quarterbacks. They're going to beat you. So we're taking Ryan Fitzpatrick as our backup QB. Different bye week, just as much potential to have big weeks. So that's what we're looking at. Here comes the run on kickers. Marlon Mack off the board as well. So we're looking at our last position. Do we want to back up Travis Kelce? Because we have Corey Davis, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith, Jarvis Landry, and that's our wide receiver room. So we have 4 of those. We do have 6 running backs. It's something we may have to address. It's something we may have to trade. But I'd say let's go ahead and do that. Because looking at the tight end room, we still have Hunter Henry, Trotman, Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet, Blake Jarwin, Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, Eric Ebron, Zach Ertz, Dawson Knox. So there, Dan Arnold. There are still some starting tight ends if we need to go to the waiver wire. Let's go ahead and get us a good quarterback. We got Emmanuel Sanders, Paris Cowell, Christian Kirk, Darius Slayton, Anon Ross St. Brown. There are some good ones. KJ Hamler still there. In fact, let's go him. There's, some people might say Slayton, Anon Ron St. Brown. You know what? It's hard to pass up Emmanuel Sanders, though. But dang, there's just some good ones. Let's just go ahead and take Emmanuel Sanders. He could be the wide receiver 2 and Josh Allen. They love to throw it to get in the end zone. I'm a fan. We'll put him in there. And that's the draft. Let's see what kind of grade they give us. We will be sharing this live mock draft brought to you by me. Oh, one of my worst grades of the year. That's okay, though. 79 out of 100. So say what you want about that. That's a passing grade. C+. It's just almost a B. I'm pretty happy with it. I may have stacked too many players for it to be a non-best ball. If you're out there doing best ball drafts, remember, it's okay to stack. It's okay to stack, okay? Running through the roster one more time for you. We got Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery. Our 3 wide receivers, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith, Jarvis Landry, tight end Travis Kelce. Flex Chase Edmonds at the moment. We also have Washington football team as our defense, Harrison Butker as our kicker. Feel like we nailed down possibly a high percentage top 3 kicker, top 3 defense. And so it's always good to have an elite at a position. That's just the bottom line. Are they going to be elite every week? No. But are they going to be elite most weeks and give you some of those weeks where they have really high games? Yes. And that's what you want. And in the playoffs, as you get into later in the NFL season, rushing becomes more important. The games become colder. They become windier. Over half the stadiums, I think, are still outside. So there's these elements that are involved, and those play factors. And you want to be able to have a good kicker because defenses really know their stuff late in the season, and they shut people down around the red zone, and field goals become more important, and so do running backs. So good running back, good kicker, weeks 15, 16, 17, they're going to be paramount. So Chase Edmonds, Washington football team, Harrison Butker. On the bench, we have Corey Davis, Devin Singletary, Tevin Coleman, Kenneth Gainwell, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Emmanuel Sanders. Rounded it out. No tight end, on the bench. We can always go back and do that later. Probably a league you're in is going to have a few. So there's going to be a few IR spots, especially during a COVID year. If you're a commissioner, make sure you get those in there. That'd be an awful way to be running a league this year. Again, I expect it to be happening. It's been happening all preseason, all training camp. What would make us think that it would stop in the regular season? I don't know. That'd be foolish. Remember, preparation live mock drafts. Hit me up with any of your questions. Busiest live mock of the year. I'm taking it easy this week. Just focusing on writing. We're going to have my IDP articles this week. We're going to focus on defensive linemen, 1 per day, top 5. I'm IDP Iggy. That's what I do, baby. And we, of course, will be covering some betting. Got a good game tonight. Didn't really cover it. New Orleans, Jacksonville. Just enjoy that. We got some football. Give me up. I will be doing some betting lines. Here's to you guys. Peace.